To be honest, I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a deal. I actually wasn't even planning to evacuate, but my husband kind of flipped out on me. He's a first responder, so he had to stay here. And I have 2 kids, so he kind of told me, you better get the kids out. But I really just thought we were going to lose power, and that's why we couldn't stay.
Well, at first we weren't going to leave at all or anything like that. So what I did is I just packed all my stuff, all my girlfriend's stuff, clothes, anything I didn't want damaged, and we packed into my sister-in-law's car and just drove off into Absecon. We
went to my grandparents' house offshore to Egg Harbor. My grandfather has like a super duper generator, but we wound up never losing power out there. We weren't able to come back for probably like a week, and that was bad because everything started to stink. Like clothes, you know, everything was just soaking wet, and we getting like the contractor bags of all our stuff out, and we could only fill them like this much because it was so heavy because it was all wet.
By the time we came in, it wasn't like, there didn't seem to be that much damage until we got right into Ventnor, where I'm from. My initial reaction when I saw everything, I was just, you know, I couldn't really tell you. It was just devastating.
We lost all of our clothes and shoes. I was able to get some of like the stuff that was hanging on the closets and wash them, but other than that, like, you know, all the kids' books and stuffed animals.
That was basically the little vase my father's ashes were in. It was, I thought I took it, but I didn't, and I was going through everything. I just saw a bunch of clothes ruined, destroyed, okay, no big deal. And then I saw like a bunch of like what I thought was sand, and it turned out to be my father's ashes, and because I saw the little the vase that it was in. It's just one of those things that you cannot get replaced at all.
We wound up renting an apartment in Atlantic City, closer to the casinos. But our lease is actually up May 1st, so we kind of have to hurry up and finish the house so we can get back home.
After that, we stayed at my sister-in-law's for about a week. Then FEMA put us into the Chelsea Hotel for about a month.
I guess from what I understand, if you have any type of insurance, they won't help you out, even though we didn't have contents coverage. So like the walls and the floors were covered, but anything, you know, all of our furniture, clothes, shoes, everything inside, we have to basically replace out of pocket.
FEMA didn't help some people. So, you know, for those who weren't as fortunate, it's very important that they get some more.
At first, we didn't really let him see the house because I didn't know how he would react to it. But then when he started saying, you know, my house washed away, I wanted to show him that, you know, our house was still standing, you know, and eventually you'll get to go home. But it's really hard sometimes when, you know, he says, I just want to go home. And I'm like, me too, buddy, you know, I want to go home too. We wound up sending our 2 dogs to the kennel for a week. But at that point, you know, we were paying per day, and we knew where we were moving to wouldn't allow the dogs, so the dogs are actually staying. We like moved them from room to room to room in the house as we were working on the house, but they're staying still at the house. You know, we let them out every day, and I try and walk them on nice days. The apartment that we're living in now doesn't allow dogs, and it's on the 3rd floor, and they're big dogs. I feel like the media has stopped talking about it, and everyone just forgot about it. Like everyone, it was so nice. Everyone was so ready to donate right when it happened. You know, people offering me furniture and stuff, but like we didn't have any place to put it. Like now is the time when people are starting to get back in their homes, and now is the time when they're trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do? Where, you know, so now is the time when people are really needing, you know, furniture and shoes and pots and pans, like stuff. Imagine if you were moving into a brand new house, all the things that you would need. I want to be like our complete family again, and they're definitely a big part of my family. So definitely want to just be complete again. Our home, you know, my kids, the dogs, the whole thing. So.